Good morning. It is Sunday, February 1st. Today, could it be a preview of the midterms? A major upset in Texas as a Democrat wins a special state Senate election by double digits in a district Trump won by a landslide.
Then two major court decisions in the Minnesota ICE crackdown, including a scathing ruling ordering 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father to be freed from ICE detention. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison will join us.
And it was the week America moved closer to autocracy, with journalists arrested, a lost election relitigated, ICE set to expand its footprint, and so much more. Grab your coffee, settle in, and welcome to the weekend.
Welcome to the weekend. I'm Jonathan Capehart, along with Eugene Daniels and Jackie Alamany. We begin with a major Democratic upset in a Texas state Senate election runoff. Late last night, Democrat Taylor Remick was declared the winner over Republican Lee Wambsgans by double digits in the state's deep red 9th district that President Trump won by 17 points in 2024. Remick is a 33-year-old local union leader and first-time candidate whose race caught outsized attention after he overperformed in November's election, triggering the runoff. Remick has since received a surge of support from Democratic groups, including the DNC. It's also another loss for President Trump, who posted on Truth Social just before the runoff. Lee Wambsgans, a Republican running for the state Senate in the suburbs of Fort Worth, Texas, will be a great candidate and has my complete and total endorsement. Jackie, Eugene, there's some caveats to put out there.
Right.
It's a state Senate race. It's a runoff, so turnout
special
is
election,
lower. Special election,
Saturday,
the whole thing. But the key thing is you can't go from a 17-point win by the president in 24 and then win by 14 points as a Democrat, even in a state Senate election. That's a 31-point swing. That has to send a huge signal, not only to the Democrats that maybe Texas is in play, but a huge signal to Republicans that Texas is not as safe as it seems.
One, it's a reminder to Democrats to play everywhere, right? You don't have to spend all your money in one bucket, but you should play everywhere. That's something that we hear a lot from younger Democrats, especially, that they want to see that from the party. Two, it's a reminder, I think, that Trump's unconditional endorsement and support doesn't actually come with any resources. So all these people who are worried that Trump in the primaries is going to endorse their opponent, Donald Trump doesn't throw money behind it when he does that, right? That's not what happens. And so it also tells you where all the energy is, right? I think that's what you can extrapolate, is at the end of the day, people that are on the left, people that are upset about a lot of the things they're seeing from this administration, those are the people you're going to see in special elections. Those are the people you're going to see on Saturdays going to vote. And more importantly, those are the people you're going to see in the midterms voting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to digging into the crosstabs to see what the issues that voters were most galvanized on. But while Trump has still polled well on border security, we've obviously seen his numbers on interior immigration policy crater in the last few weeks. And while we've been super focused on Minnesota, Texas, at the end of the day, has become the epicenter for the detention operation that this administration is facilitating, with people like Liam,
little Liam,
5-year-old Liam and his father, and countless other young children and some even legal U.S. citizens being detained, and Texans being exposed to some of these horrible and inhumane environments and situations that these people are now experiencing. I think it's probably inevitable that is seeping into the bloodstream with people living in that area, and it's not just news feeds that these stories are getting fed out on. It's now, I think, people are really taking them to heart.
Every single poll you see is people saying they don't like the interior enforcement of what we're seeing. There was also this Texas House race, the 18th District one, that is also very interesting. It was blue to begin with. You look at 67.5 to 32.5. Those are two Democrats here. But listen to what Hakeem Jeffries, the current leader in the House for Democrats, said on Politics Nation just yesterday about this.
We need a clear path forward, and we haven't had that discussion with the White House or anyone within the administration. And the things that we've talked about needing to occur, and we understand that we're going to have to build this into law, and that's what's contemplated, we believe at least, over the next 2 weeks, are things like no masks, body cameras being mandatory. We need judicial warrants before ICE can storm homes or rip people out of their cars in the horrific ways that we've been seeing.
You know, that's Jeffries telling everyone that when you add in this Texas House race and all of the other things that have happened, 218 is the number you need in Congress. You know what number Speaker Johnson has? 218. And that is Jeffries telling everyone that Democrats are not going to help on this bill that the Senate just passed.
And you know, this is what Republicans get. And I say that, I know it's a little vengeance on a Sunday morning, but let me explain.
Where's the Jesus grace?
From President Trump to the Speaker, they have said from the very beginning, we don't need Democrats.
Yeah.
We have the majority.
Right.
We can pass whatever we want. We will do whatever we want. And what Speaker Johnson has found is that he can't. Even when he had the same size majority Speaker Pelosi had, he has not been able to herd the cats as well as she was. And so, to the finer point, when your majority sits at 218, you can't lose a single vote. And Speaker Johnson has always lost the vote of one Republican member of Congress. His name is Thomas Massie. And so when you tie votes, correct me if I'm wrong, tie votes in the House means that the bill dies. It loses.
Yeah, you have to win. You have to
win.
Yeah.
So if it's 218, it's not going. Whatever the math works.
Whatever.
It's not gonna pass. So Speaker Johnson's in trouble. But wait, what does this
Unless
mean?
he decides to bring Marjorie Taylor Greene back.
Screaming.
This is an immediate headache for them, but Republicans are expecting to pick up another seat in March to fill Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat. But still, we have a long time between now and March.
Yeah.
Can he lose the gavel? Real quick before we switch. Can he lose the gavel? Between now and the Marjorie Taylor Greene?
To get rid of him, they'd have to have, I think it's 8 people who to vacate the chair. They changed that rule. So he could, if they vacated the chair, and then Hakeem Jeffries could do it.
I didn't go that far. I was just like, numerically, if he keeps losing people.
No, because he's still the speaker, even if the
even if he's got 118, 118
he
seats.
was elected. Welcome to democracy.